Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Today we're going to be taking a look at a pair of items, but we're going to have to do them individually because I like to do one for every video. And that is the Staff of Endless Rage and the Gloves of the Illuminator, which are basically designed to pair together. The Staff of Endless Rage has a 170% fire damage bonus, which is obviously going to come in handy for your fireballs. It also has a 202 to 360 intelligence bonus and a 37 to 55% fireball projectile speed, which is apparently going to be used to make your fireballs bounce faster now, according to the developers. We also have a 57% to 75% chance for fireball to gas twice, which is going to be really nice for reaching out more damage. And then we have a plus 6 ranks to fireball, which is going to give us an amazing amount of additional damage. Now, with this particular staff, basically what we're looking at is it's going to give us the ability to fire more than one fireball. So if we use fireball naturally, it's pretty much just one attack. And let's take off Tyrael's because it kind of obscures things. So we're going to be able to just simply cast one fireball at a time. However, when you put on the Staff of Endless Rage, you're going to get the additional effect of being able to cast multiple fireballs every once in a while. So as you can see, we definitely get a lot of additional fireballs to a maximum of, what is that, like... 1, 2... I don't even know. It looked like there was like 5 there at one point. I'm pretty sure that's, of course, because we're getting the double along with the tripling. So, like, we get like the double fireball, and then we get the double fireball again. So it's actually proccing, I think, like a total of 2 times each. So you're firing one fireball, and then it can double to 2. One fireball can double to 3, and another fireball can double to 3, which I believe that means that you can potentially get 6 total at the maximum number at this point, which is kind of crazy. Now, the other item that it pairs up with is the Gloves of the Illuminator. Now, the Gloves of the Illuminator has a special effect that allows your fireball to be bouncy. Now, just for reference, let's use it without the actual Endless Rage, and you can see that it basically just bounces, and it does some pretty decent damage. So we get, what is that? Before it reaches the training dummy, from here we get what? 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 or 5 bounces. 1, 2, 3, 4, so 4 bounces. And then that's going to give us a pretty nice amount of damage. But if you tie that together with the Staff of the Endless Rage, now you have a situation where you're going to get a whole bunch of fireball bounces at one time, which is absolutely insane. And you're going to be able to pretty much maintain this indefinitely due to a specific effect that's on the Gloves of the Illuminator, which is why these tie together so well. So one is the plus 2 mana when fireball explodes, and of course each time it bounces, it also counts as an explosion. So you're getting... what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 explosions, right? Times 2, which is 10 mana back. You're getting multiple fireballs. Each fireball explodes. You can get a maximum of 6 fireballs, so that's 6 times 5 times 2, which is a lot of mana that you can potentially get back. And of course, you can get a greater affix of that. You can also masterwork it, and you could probably bring it up to 4 or 5 mana every time fireball explodes, basically keeping your mana full indefinitely with this particular item. Now, we're not talking about this item specifically, but this item does pair with Staff of Endless Rage. Now, Staff of Endless Rage does have some interesting bonuses here that make it very interesting for a spammy, like, clear build. You can also potentially go 2 different ways with Fireball. So you could potentially go with the way where you're doing the destructive fireball, which is where fireball does the damage itself, or you could also go the other way, which is the greater fireball, where you basically stack burning damage on everything, and then the fireball is going to obviously deal a portion of that burning damage directly to the enemy when it hits them, which is also not terrible. Fireball definitely does seem to be more of the direct damage type, though, and so it tends to be in the direction of Asu's Ferocity, not in the combustion key passive. Now, where can you potentially obtain yourself a Staff of Endless Rage if you're trying to build this particularly fun, bouncy fireball build where you run around just...
Mr. Goody Two Shoes, Mr. Goody Two Shoes. Ginger Evil Mentor here. Why bother farming when you can go to MMOEXP.com and simply purchase your items in gold? GGM would have you farm the items. What a pathetic being. Use code GEM Ginger Evil Mentor for 6% off your entire purchase. And don't tell Ginger Gaming Mentor that I was here.
Blow everything up with massive amounts of fireballs. And let's see that one more time. Bow, 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 bow. It's so glorious. Let's put multiple training dummies on there so we can really see it. And I'm not even set up for Fireball. Not really. I'm actually a lightning build, so it's kind of impressive that I'm able to get decent numbers out of this, considering that I'm actually not even set up for this build. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Now, where can you get this item if you want to get it? You can get this item specifically from Lord Zir if you want the Endless Staff of Endless Rage. The Staff of Endless Rage, of course, is also alongside of the Fractured Winterglass, Isidore's Overflowing Cameo, and I believe also Ice Heart Bryce and Raiment of the Infinite. There's a lot of items that you can potentially get from Lord Zir as you're farming him. So if you're trying to farm yourself like a really, really good Staff of Endless Rage, this one's not bad. One I got right here. This one's got a really good intelligence roll. It's got really good projectile speed. The chance for fireball to project twice is 67%, which is not bad. And it got a greater affix on the fireball, which is really good. With an 86% on the projectiles deal increased damage, so only about 4% off of max. So it's a very good Staff of Endless Rage. This one, on the other hand, not as great, with no greater affixes and mediocre rolls on pretty much everything except for the fireball. It's it really kind of depends, doesn't it? Of course, if you are going to use this, you're probably going to use it with the bouncy gloves. I mean, it just makes sense. The bouncy gloves are really good this season. And speaking of the bouncy gloves, since we're talking about this build, if you're trying to get yourself a pair of bouncy gloves, you're going to have to go to Beast in the Ice or Grigore. Those are your two choices for that as well. All in all, I have seen some pretty powerful Staff of Endless Rage builds this season. As far as Fireball Sorceresses go, I've seen some of them hitting for, I can't even remember, it was like 4 or 5 million per Fireball bounce, which is certainly not terrible. And especially considering how many Fireball bounces that they have going on at any given time with this particular build, it's kind of insane, actually. It's definitely a fun build, also, and one that is very easy to clear entire rooms with a button push. On top of that, the Gloves of Illuminator's ability to restore mana can pretty much make your mana issues completely disappear to the point where you can just hold down that button indefinitely and not even really have to worry about your mana cost at all. Anyway, as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals joining me for these videos, even when the sun is blinding my green screen behind me and making weird green shapes. Look at this, look at this. I can go like this back and forth. This is too dark, and this is too bright. And this is too dark, and this is too bright. And I can't balance it at all, because the sun is currently blinding the camera. Nice. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, guys and gals. I do appreciate you joining me for these unique videos. Be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button if you enjoy the content, and as always, keep watching.